Hi, this is Janie. My blog is papercompulsions.blogspot.com, and I wanted to show you how to do this cute little turkey made out of doilies. I have been unpacking because we recently moved, and I went through some old school boxes for when I taught elementary school, and I had a bunch of doilies in there for projects. And I also recently bought some Adirondack color wash inks, and I wanted to play with them, and I thought, hey, why not doilies? And then I just ended up making this cute little turkey. So I took 3 doilies of different sizes. The small one isn't that much smaller than the medium-sized one, but that's okay. And I colored them with my Adirondack color washes. And I colored this smallest one yellow or butterscotch. The medium one I sprayed with red pepper. And the largest one I sprayed with a combination of both butterscotch and red pepper. And got kind of an orangish look. Let me show you once you spray them and let them dry. You take the doily and you're going to fold it in half in one direction and crease. Unfold it, fold it in half the other direction, kind of let your edges meet up and crease. And then you're going to cut a slit from this edge to the center on that fold line. And I do that just because it's easier to fold up after that. Now, you could do this on a scoreboard, but it'd be really hard because you're going at an angle from the outer edge of the circle to the middle. So this is what I did. I folded one edge up like this. Then I'm going to take this edge and fold it over, let it meet in the middle here, and just crease it with my fingers. Then I'm going to fold it over again and crease it with my fingers. You can open that one back up and I'll do this side. Fold it over and crease, and over again and crease. Now this gives you the fold lines, but you're going to have to teach the folds which way to go because they're not going to want to go that way. But it's so much easier if you've already got the fold lines in. I had these little flaps going up. You could start with those going down if you want to, but I wanted the fold in the very center to be coming up like a mountain fold. So, and I counted it out, and this is the way that would let that be a mountain fold. So I turn this up, and you're just going to accordion fold it or fan fold it because it looks like a fan. And you can lay it down and do it. And you've already got your score lines there, so it's easier to know how to line it up. And there may be other ways to do this. This was just what occurred to me. And you're going to fold that up to get to the middle point. And then, instead of having so much bulk, I start at the other end and go to the middle, just because it was easier for me. But you know what? Different people seem to be able to do different things, and there's no one way to do it. So do whatever feels comfortable to you. I'm just fan folding that back and forth until I get to the middle. I will mention that not all doilies are created alike, and generally when you get doilies they're on the cheaper end. So sometimes they'll take color really well and sometimes they won't. So it's just play around with it. Sometimes it doesn't matter if it doesn't take color as well as the other doilies. Sometimes it's a good thing. But, you know, just kind of play around with it and see what you get. So once you do that, you'll fold it out, and it's like a fan fold, and then you'll stack them. I have some already here. I folded all 3 layers, And you could just put them one on top of the other and hot glue them, and they'll be kind of thick if you want to stack them. But I wanted them to nestle in a little bit so it wasn't quite as thick. So I start with the largest one and put the middle one into the little folds. It just takes a second to line it up. And I put glue on the back before I did this. Forgot to tell you that part. Then you put glue on this part and fit into all the folds. And then you'll let this dry a minute while you get your turkey ready. This is a cut file that I made. I have cut files and templates in my Etsy store for this cute little turkey. If you followed my blog for a while, you probably already have that. And I just cut them out of white paper and inked them, but you could certainly cut them out of colored construction paper. This turkey I inked with the butterscotch, or I sprayed it, and then I inked the edges with Tim Holtz Vintage Photo Distress Ink and the blending tool, and I just went around the edges like this. So I inked the body and the wings, and you can tell from this example that I just put the wings on top and glued them in place. You can angle them if you want to give your turkey a different look. And for the face, I took the beak and I just chose to color it in Wild Honey. You could do any color you wanted to. You could even use solid color cardstock, but for me it was just easier to cut it all in white cardstock and then ink it myself. And then I inked the edges with the Vintage Photo, and I put the beak about there. Whoops. Let's give them a little glue so it won't pop off. Now you would probably give them a little bit more glue than I'm about to do, but for time purposes this will do. There we go. And then you have the little turkey waddle. It's the little red piece that hangs down. And what I did for that is just grabbed a red Sharpie marker and colored it in. Because it's so tiny, it's easier to use the Sharpie. And then that's just going to go to the side of the beak, kind of on the top and to the side. And then we have the eyes. And what I do for the eyes is I have a white circle, oops, and I have a smaller circle that I'm going to color for his eyes. I'm just going to take a Sharpie marker and see if that's in frame. And you may not be able to see it until I actually color it. Then I turn it around and color it in. And that just gives me a little more control on such a tiny piece. And then you can position the pupils differently to get different effects. Let me show you what I mean by that. You could put him down, his eye looking down, or his eye looking up. You can have him looking far to the side, down and to the side. Just play around with it. You can get different looks and different expressions on them. You can put it right in the middle. For this one, I chose to put it down a little. So I just put a little glue there and tap that on top. The main thing is you want the eyes to be about the same. And then I take a white gel pen, and let me zoom in quite a bit so you can kind of see what I'm doing. And I'm just going to do a dot and then a line that looks kind of like a comma. So you're kind of doing like a semicolon or something. And that gives him some expression on his eyes. And I would have that. I wasn't paying attention to this other one. Let's see. If you wanted the eyes the same, do it towards you this time. A dot and a line that looks like a comma, kind of like a semicolon in the eyes. And then you'll just glue that in place. And what I like to do is put the glue down and then add the eyes on top of it. There you go, and if you get it even, it'll be a really cute turkey. I'm going to zoom back out. And then you've already glued this piece, you would just glue this in place and put the wings over that. And you have a cute little doily rosette type turkey. And he sits flat on the ground. He could be a really cute note holder. You could even, before you put your turkey on, you could put a paper clip in there and then put the turkey over it. And then you could slip a place card in there. And there's enough room, if you're careful how you glue, that you could slip a place card in there and it would hold it just because of all the layers. But I thought he was really cute and wanted to share it with you. Hope you have fun, and thank you for watching. Bye. One more thing. When you glue your turkey's body onto the doilies, you want to make sure that his bottom is flush with the bottom of the doilies so that he can sit flat when you're done. So if you have this sticking out too much, he won't sit flat. Also, I was thinking, what if you didn't have round doilies, but you had some heart-shaped doilies? I think these would look really cute colored and folded. Let's see. You could play around with it, folded up, and look a little more like wings. So go have fun with it, play around, and create something that you like. Thanks. Bye.